Let's roll into the high stakes of Amendment 3.
Welcome to another episode of You Can't Make This Shit Up. Your host, David Washington, Joel Hawksley. David, what can I say? Thank you for that. As Florida prepares to vote on Amendment 3, which would legalize recreational marijuana, the state's medical marijuana industry is stagnating with a slowdown in the new patients. Oh, wow. So major cannabis companies, particularly Trulieve, are heavily invested in the amendments campaign. I believe there's almost at least $5 million set aside for this, viewing it as crucial for growth. The amendment would allow adults 21 or over to buy and possess up to 3 ounces of marijuana, potentially transforming Florida into a leading cannabis market. However, the current licenses framework favors large companies, raising concerns about the monopolistic control. Impressed I could say that? Impressed I got the word? Oh, I'm impressed with myself. I had to say. Sorry. Oh, David. I got to tell the audience, David puts a lot of effort to make sure that you guys are well informed. So
Thank you, Joel. That's true. That's true. This is important to me. And this particular amendment is, as important to me as all the other constitutional issues here in Florida. And I have to admit, after thinking about this long and hard, I see the concern about the monopolistic,
monopolistic
monopolistic concerns. I get it. Handful or one particular business in control of the market, particularly knowing that for years it has been, communities of color, disadvantaged communities who have been in the black market of marijuana sales will likely not benefit from the market as we see right now. And besides that, I've gotten older, so my views on the legalization of marijuana has changed. Um, I, I really don't want to go down that slippery slope, and so I right now will vote against Amendment 3. I just don't. I don't like the smell of it. I can't stand the smell of it. When I hear other individuals my age talk about it, Joel, that's one of the first things they say. I say, man, I've gotten old.
No,
And
listen,
then,
it's almost like hitting a skunk up north. I mean, come on.
yes,
It smells like a skunk.
oh,
You can't ignore the fact that it's the most distinctive smell. You know when you when you smell it. Oh,
and then when sometimes when I'm driving, I like to drive even in the Florida heat with my windows down. I just try to get some fresh air. Um, but now, sometimes I'll be driving and I'll smell, marijuana in the air, and a car will pull up next to me or behind me or in front of me, and I get a stronger whiff of that smell, and it's just like it just makes my stomach turn. It makes my stomach turn even more so that someone's actually driving and they're driving and they are smoking. They're actively smoking. I can see them actively smoking in the car,
No, that's
operating
my
a vehicle. It's like,
that
oh man, and that's
I don't.
always been the case.
Yeah, but I don't know if you and I have spoken about this in the past. But my only concern and the reason I'm voting no on this bill is because I want to make sure that we have a system to be able to check. You can tell when somebody's impaired with a DUI, and we know that the consequences for that. But how do you do this? It's 30 days. The TNC TN
TCH
TCH
or the
stays in your
THC, THC.
THC. I just couldn't get the initials for some reason. It's like, but yeah, it's 30 days. It stays in your system for 30 days. So it's not like, you know, I can test you on the spot and know that you just had it, but you now can have it. So if I test you, it won't make any difference anyways. But how do I know you're impaired? By the way you drive and everything else, but there's a testing mechanism for alcohol. There's no testing mechanism for this right now. And I don't want you to endanger my children, even though they're adults. I don't want you to endanger my children while they're driving on the road. And I don't want my children to endanger you by smoking and getting on the streets. But that's my opinion. I would let it be. I would give you the freedom to smoke it if there was a way to prevent you from killing somebody.
Well, Joel, it's very unfortunate to bring this up, but it has to be said. And when you talk about people suffering or being hurt because of marijuana use, just recently this week, a pickup truck driver in the outskirts of Akala has been charged with a DUI manslaughter in a crash that killed 8 farm workers and injured over 30. And allegedly, we'll say allegedly, um, the person who was driving the vehicle, I am bringing it up on the screen here, um, Brian McLean Howard was cited for numerous traffic related offenses from 2004 to 2019, which include failure to wear a seatbelt, suspend traffic related offense that includes driving on a suspended or expired driver's license, failure to stop at a red light, careless driving, leaving the scene of an accident with property damage, and allegedly, in this accident, he had used marijuana oil prior to the deaths of these migrant workers.
Mm.
These 8, maybe 9 or more since the reporting farm workers. And he's also been convicted of possessing drug paraphernalia and grand theft auto just several days prior to this horrific accident, incident. He had wrapped his mother's car around a telephone pole.
Mm.
This man should not have been on the road. This man allegedly admitted to using marijuana oil prior to the deaths of these farm workers. So,
Well, you hit it. You hit the nail on the head with that. It just devastates me when anybody gets hurt because of the negligence of somebody else.
mhm.
But on that same note, there are people that are going to vote for Amendment 3. I would love to hear what you have to say because, if you can change my mind, I want to hear what you have to say because I want to know why I should vote for it, you know, and I've told you why I won't vote for it right now.
Yeah,
So please make your comments. Get in there. Tell us what you think. Uh, we love. real substance. We like to have these conversations because we don't sit on an island by ourselves. We want a group of people to say, listen, this is the only way we're going to get our elected officials to start working together is when we start talking to each other.
And I want to clarify, the arrest report stated, according to West News, that Howard admitted to smoking marijuana with his friend the night before the incident and to taking three prescription medications before he went to bed. This incident happened approximately 6:30, 6:45 in the morning, and lives have been affected in the worst way since that tragic crash. So
You can't make this shit up.
you can't.
You're gonna be able to you be able to marijuana's on the ballot. Just don't use your ballot for a blunt. Did I say that right? Is that that's what
And it's
I'm
something
just,
like that.
I mean, if you want to take your ballot and not stick it in the box and you want to roll a joint instead, I mean,
No, no. If you got to roll a joint just to get through the whole voting process, I get it. Oh my goodness! I'm not
listen,
saying the research is easy too.
wait. I'm
However,
I'm voting. I'm voting for Amendment 3. That's why I'm in line. Sorry, guys. If you can't have fun, you're just stuck in the mud.
our
Like,
hearts go out
share,
to the
like,
victims and their families, and please do what you can to stay conscious of what the effects are to substance misuse.
well, like, share, comment, become a member of our newsletter. We welcome everybody. We're out of here.